Definitely a very spicy note in the nose. Welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. My name is Lüning, Horst Lüning. I'm the master taster of Whisky.com, and today we have another look at Sweden, at the Mackmyra distillery. And I had already a Mackmyra, I think it was the Hvidt Hund, the white dog, the raw whiskey of Mackmyra. Here you find the whiskey with this link. And this one is a real whiskey. It's matured at least 3 years, but they do not tell how long it is matured. And it's 46%, 46.1% ABV. I don't know why they have this 46.1. Did they have the reduction in strength to 46%, made a slight mistake, and afterwards, we have a tenth of a percent more, so we changed the text, or they find it better than the 46%. I don't know. This one is called the Iskristall. This means ice crystal. And, well, the specialty of this whiskey is that it matured in several casks of a different origin, as well as of a different content, which matured before in this whiskey. So we have ex-bourbon, American, white oak, and Swedish oak. I don't know how Swedish oak is, and I think so far north in the Scandinavian countries, oak would be not that popular. It's more birch and other fast-growing trees, or more easy-growing trees. So Swedish oak, quite special. And there's a finishing in Pero Jimenez sherry casks. And lately I read that this Pero Jimenez comes from a German called Peter Siemens. You know this engineering company Siemens? It's the same name, but I don't think that those two had the same origin, because this Peter Siemens was originally from the Rhine Valley and in the 16th century, and he moved to the court of Karl V, which was also called Karl I, and whatever. So just the name. The specialty in those casks is that they use casks with 30 liters content, 100 liters, 128 liters, and 200 liters, which is those 52, 54, 55 gallons of an American standard barrel. So the 200-liter casks should be American ex-bourbon casks, American white oak, but the sherry cask for the finishing, also 200 liters. Well, there are more and more sherry casks, smaller sherry casks, to have a faster maturation also with the sherry. And American oak, white oak casks are a lot cheaper than European oak. And the 30 and 100 and 128 liters, I think those are Swedish oak. So it's more guessing than knowing. Mackmyra Iskristall Swedish single malt whiskey, Mackmyra whiskey, master blender. He's called unreadable. Yeah, 46.1. So this one is a plastic cork. No cork smell for this whiskey. The color is quite dark. There is the relationship between inner surface of a cask and the content inside the cask is higher the smaller the cask is. So the bigger the cask is, the slower the whiskey matures in that cask. So smaller cask, faster maturation. And therefore this whiskey is darker, is that brown. Definitely a very spicy note in the nose. and very little tobacco, not burnt tobacco, a fresh open tobacco tin. So I'm definitely no smoker. I avoid smoking because smoking covers your tongue and your taste buds. But from time to time I have a sniff at an open tobacco tin, and there are wonderful aromas coming out of those tins. Herbs and some faint fruitiness. There's an aniseed or eucalyptus note in. I think it might come from the 46.1% ABV. This light cooling effect in your nose. Yeah. Oh, it's so different. The nose is so, yeah, not strange. It doesn't show you what is coming up. There is a berry syrup in the taste and a very delicate spiciness. Fruitiness in the back, some oakiness, but no bitterness at all. So it laid in the cask quite a short time, so that there was no chance to get out the tannins out of the staves of the cask. No. Yeah, very well sipping whiskey. The nose is, no, not disappointing. The nose leads to a different extraction. Yeah. Now there's a little bit of vanilla, a little honey coming up. Those berries show again. Yeah, oh, spiciness and this syrup. So it's a dangerously good sipping whiskey, and it's rewarding in the long aftertaste. And the distillery was founded in 1999, so this whiskey can't be that very old, and I'm afraid this one would be quite young. But the maturation in those small, fast-aging casks shows that this whiskey can definitely be good to excellent in a short time. There's no metallic taste in your mouth from the youthness of the whiskey. No, how old it is, I have no idea. I would say 5, 7, 8 years, probably. But those small casks, 30 liters, if you mature it for more than 3 or 4 years, it would be very okay. So probably it is just 3 or 4 years old because of those 30-liter casks. No idea. It's a good experiment, and those small casks, well, there's a lot of work with those small casks. You have to inventory those small casks. You have to fill them, you have to dump them. Well, you do not need a forklift to move them, but 30-liter casks will weigh 35 kilos, so it's above legal allowance of 31 kilograms. Yeah, interesting whiskey, and hopefully this would be one whiskey which will be available for a little longer time, because Mackmyra tends to bottle very small batches, and a lot of them. So it's not easy for a dealer to have all those different bottles in his store. There's a limited shelf space available, so he has to concentrate on a few bottles, and definitely not this one. Probably not this one. Yeah. Thank you for watching. There's more to come. Have a look at our whiskey database. There are some Mackmyras in there. And if you taste this whiskey, feel free to add your tasting notes to our whiskey database. Thank you very much for watching.